Wrestling fans, what's going on, man? It's Black Couch Booking here with a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Have over 1,000 videos of wrestling content on this channel. And if you're old to the channel, Couch Crew, welcome back. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Please follow me on Instagram at Real Black Couch Booking, trying to hit that 1,000 followers. And if you want to join my Discord, link is in the description down below, where I will be dropping a video this Sunday, well, 2 videos this Sunday with your participation, a Hot Takes Part 2 video, and a Rating Your Dream Matches video. So if you want to participate, you need to start dropping those dream matches and hot takes in my Discord now. Like I said, thank you for the love and support. Please like this video to help share my content to a broader audience, you know, to bring them along with the crew as well. But Couch Crew, I'm ready to get right into it. So let's talk some Rhea Ripley. Now, I have my purple ring light on, but I'm an idiot. It's light outside, so you can't really tell. You can tell a little bit that I got the purple ring light. I'll do better next time. I was trying to be for dramatic effect. I got the purple do-rag on as well and the black earring. But that's besides the point. I want to talk about Rhea Ripley because I want to talk about where do we go from here with Rhea Ripley. I like Rhea Ripley a lot. She has the look, she has the skill, she has the interest music, she has the aura. That's a woman megastar for the women's division, for sure. There's a couple of issues though. The first issue is just the women's booking overall for the main roster has been terrible thus far, and a lot of people have been making videos about this, and I've seen it, and I want to take a little bit different route and just focus on what's going on with Rhea Ripley and the Women's World Championship specifically. But all those individuals are right. This isn't clickbait. This isn't farming. I mean, every time we get around WrestleMania season, it's always apparent that the booking for the main roster for the women is absolutely terrible, because this is all they rely on, and this is for the men as well, but for the women it's a little bit more egregious. All they rely on is, well, okay, the Royal Rumble winner, okay, that's set in stone. That's always going to be the story. The Royal Rumble winner wins, picks who they're going to face, blah blah blah. But the other trope of whoever wins the Elimination Chamber faces the other person, they need to get rid of that in general for both men and women. Because think about this, right? There's a story you can develop, like, even before Elimination Chamber with whoever it is you're going against. Like, for the women's case, right, for Rhea Ripley, I have a very sneaky suspicion. Now, my hope is Bianca Belair wins so we can get Clash of the Titans, because that's a story that is kind of already developed. They already teased this when they were both Raw and Smackdown Women's Champion, that they need to get it on. They need to collide and clash one day. So Bianca Belair just so happens to win. Her versus Rhea, you can actually say, like, you know, there's a story there, because if we go back and we look, and then over the years, Rhea beat Bianca in NXT, there's a story there. But I have a sneaky suspicion, y'all, and I know y'all going to be very upset, that Bayley is going to win. And the reason why I think Bayley is going to win, because look at the options and really think about it. Do you think Roxanne Perez is going to win? No. I think she's going to have a good, showing. Do you think Alexa Bliss is going to win? No. I think they're really going to do something with the Y6 and really push that. Do you think Naomi's going to win? No. If anything, I genuinely do think that if Bianca Belair is the one to win, they're going to go Naomi attack Jade. Naomi and Jade going to go at WrestleMania, and Bianca Belair is going to be like, listen, I'm preoccupied with my Women's World Championship match. I'm going after Rhea Ripley. And then, really those are the only viable options, in the match. That no one, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not kid ourselves. Liv Morgan, if Liv Morgan wins that match again, I will literally break my phone. I will literally break the TV. I love Liv Morgan, New Jersey in the building, but I don't want to see Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley again. Absolutely, positively not. So Bianca Belair and Bayley are the only options, and I'm leaning towards Bayley, because the story that they're going to come up with, Rhea Ripley beat 3 of the 4 horsewomen. She can't beat the 4th because the 4th isn't around, but she did beat the 3. Think about it. In a row. Charlotte, Becky, Bayley. That's going to be the arc. And that is not a good arc. What they could do is Io Sky, Rhea, they're going to have their championship match after Elimination Chamber. Rhea's going to retain, probably more than likely, 90%. Rhea's going to retain, but still try to find a way to work in a triple threat match. I would not mind that. Rhea versus Bayley versus Io Sky at WrestleMania, because then Io Sky and Bayley, they could, reignite their beef. Who's going to be the heel in the situation? Just do an Io Sky heel turn. I would go for it. That vignette where she's under the water and she cuts the promo and stuff like that. I mean, that looks like a heelish type of build up to me. She doesn't have any of her contemporaries around except for Dakota Kai. And Dakota Kai is focused on the women's IC belt. I would say, I don't know, maybe you could go that route, or if you want to go the Rhea turning heel route, that would be good as well. But the women's writing is so egregious to the point where I'm like, can they just get one like good story, one story that's like interesting? Because think about on the men's side, right? Jay and Gunther have a history already. So him winning the Royal Rumble, he chose Gunther for a reason. He chose Gunther because Gunther beat him before. Gunther was trash talking him before, and Gunther doesn't think he's worthy. That's the story. On the other end, if they choose the right person for Cody Rhodes, there's a story there. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes is a story of passing the torch to the next guy. The old super duper mega baby face versus the current super duper mega face of the company man story, company man versus company man. And if they want to throw some edge to Cody Rhodes' character, it's already been established that with his fallout with Kevin Owens and everything, that he does have edge to him and he is kind of an asshole. And on the other end, if a guy like CM Punk wins, that to me, that's an obvious story. Don't know if WWE goes that route, but I said this in a previous video that Cody Rhodes could just go, hey, bro, you just came from over across the pond. We came over here. We both made decisions that was personal to us, but I don't like what you did over across the pond, and you kind of ruined it. I would go that far if I was them. Or, you know, it's just simple as CM Punk wants his main event. Like, there are intricacies and stories there that can align. Whereas the women is like, random bullshit go, random bullshit go, random bullshit go. You know what I'm saying? It's usually one out of the two women's stories. One women's story at least kind of has something that's believable, like Io versus Bayley made sense, right? Charlotte versus Becky made sense, right? Asuka Bianca to me was kind of okay, you know what I'm saying? Becky Rhea was kind of okay. Why? Even a triple threat match, man. We could have just got Becky versus Ronda straight up. We didn't have to insert Charlotte Flair into that match to make the triple threat. If they just wanted to do it for the sake of getting both belts, cool. But there was a story there. I'm not saying the build-up for that wasn't good, because I like the parking lot brawls. And I think Ronda was in a police car or whatever. She got her head kicked in and by Charlotte or Becky, whoever the case. Like, that was cool. But it's like, they just really don't put in a lot of efforts. It's like the story for the women kicks off as soon as we get the mark after Elimination Chamber. March 2nd, the story is going to kick in. Whereas with the guys, like I said, there's an established reason of why Jay chose Gunther. Cody Rhodes has some sort of history with basically everyone in the Elimination Chamber match. Logan Paul's not winning, so it doesn't matter. He don't count. Like, he has like things in there. Whereas with Rhea, Liv Morgan, we finished that story. We don't need to visit that. The Bayley stuff, they kind of been teasing that Bayley wants a title shot, blah, blah, blah. Bianca, she has a reason why her and Bianca needs to go at it. Her versus Roxanne, that would just be hella random to make Roxanne be on the main roster. But like where do we go from here? And look at this, right? Even if let's say we get Rhea Ripley versus Bayley, where do you go from there? Like, they booked Rhea Ripley into a corner. I would say prime Rhea Ripley is Judgment Day, is prime Judgment Day, where she was the heel. And I'm not saying just because I love turning baby faces back to heels and baby faces to heels for the first time. But what I'm saying is like her competition and contemporaries, there's really no one who is kind of like why am I invested in Rhea versus Nia at Saturday Night main event? I'm happy that was a one-off thing. But why am I invested in Rhea versus Io if I know for a fact that Rhea's going to beat Io? Like I said, the only reason why I'll get invested is if somehow, some way they turn that into a triple threat match. But then Rhea, to me, is kind of the odd one out of that story. Because then I would be more focused on, is really Bayley and Io's beef, restarting, even though they kind of pieced it up somewhat. And then Rhea's just like the odd woman out. The champion should be the main focus of the rivalry, and the person that they're going against is the one that adds outside extra value. The champion is just supposed to be the one that establishes why the story is where it is. Like even Charlotte versus Tiffany, I don't get it, bro. Like I think Charlotte versus Rhea would be a way better story because All right, we wanted one. Let's end this. I embarrassed Rhea because it just goes far. I embarrassed you last WrestleMania. You embarrassed me first WrestleMania. You know, and now let's see who's really the best. And now I'm the one with the belt again, and you're not gonna take another belt from me. Like, I have a feeling Charlotte's gonna beat Tiffany, and if Charlotte even does beat Tiffany, to me it doesn't really mean anything. Like with the Rhea Ripley as champion, bro, I think. I said this a while ago. I think Liv Morgan retaining would have been a lot more interesting because then you could do whatever with Rhea Ripley. You could have had Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair clash not for a belt. You could have had Rhea Ripley clash with someone who maybe she's never been against, that people are like surprised that she's going against, and people would have liked it. Like, remember at one point where Roman and Drew, it was a while back, I believe, that they clashed at WrestleMania, right? And it wasn't for a belt or anything like that. It was just a match or whatever the case may be. I hope I'm not having a fever dream or I'm having the Mandela effect, but I do believe that happened. Like, we could get Rhea versus, I don't know, anybody. We could have got Rhea versus Io at WrestleMania for no belt, because now that they made it clear that she's gonna face Io after the Elimination Chamber, Rhea's gonna retain. Because if Io wins, right? Let's just for shits and giggles, let's say Io beats Rhea for the belt and Bayley won Elimination Chamber. We're gonna run back Bayley versus Io? And then what is Rhea gonna do? Fight Bianca Belair for no reason? You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be a reason why certain things are happening. The triple threat match, now that it's popped up on my head, on my radar, I'm more and more that I keep talking about it, I can kind of see that happening. But I do think Bayley is gonna win. I want Bianca Belair to win more than anything in this world because it's simple. Like, some things don't need a complicated story. Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, they teased it years ago. It's the two best women in the company, the two most over women in WWE, the two most powerful, physically imposing women going against one another. Do I want to see Jade versus Bianca eventually? Sure. But if it's not now, do Jade versus Naomi, and y'all going to be pissed about this. Naomi has to put Jade over. There's no way possible if Naomi was the attacker. First of all, she turns heel, which is good for us. That's good entertainment. So just be happy that we get that Naomi could finally drop the glow character and be something else. Maybe be similar to Team Bad. But then you got to put Jade Cargill over. You know what I'm saying? Because if Naomi wins, I mean, I would be cool with that because I like Naomi, but it's kind of like, then what do you do for Jade Cargill? But the more interesting story for that is Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair, Clash of the Titans. And then it's like, okay, does Bianca Belair stay undefeated at WrestleMania, or do you build a new star in Jade Cargill? And she can say that, hey, I was the first and only person to beat Bianca Belair, or if you start going back again with the record, whatever the case may be. But I don't know where we go with Rhea Ripley, though. Rhea Ripley's case is very weird to me. A lot of people have turned on her because people feel like she's being shoved down people's throats. People feel like the way that they booked her, they kind of bury everyone else. I will say, the way that they booked her, they made Raquel Rodriguez look really weak, and she looks really weak right now. And I do think it will come to fruition that we get Raquel and Liv, maybe not at Mania, but doing something, because Raquel protecting Liv has cost Raquel a lot of opportunities. But it would have been very interesting to see just Rhea and Raquel straight up, but Raquel actually looked like she had a shot. Because as big as Raquel Rodriguez is, as physically imposing as she is, as dominant as she was in NXT, it looked like Rhea was like 50 levels above Raquel. Like, she was facing a jobber. And Raquel is not supposed to be that. If you know who Raquel Gonzalez was, maybe she needed to go back and change her last name. Like, Rhea, like, they should have kept Raquel at least strong enough to the point where if we just did a random Raw Rhea versus Raquel Women's World Championship match, that would be cool. And speaking of which, that's another thing. I know they're trying to keep the aura of the champions, the mystique of the champions, not have the champions wrestle a lot. I mean, throughout history, I'm not saying champions wrestled every week or whatever the case may be. I will say, the Ruthless Aggression era, I saw world championship matches on TV. I saw world champions wrestle 2 weeks in a row. I saw world champions don't just do backstage segments and promos and video satellites and be sitting in the crowd all the time. Even the mid-card champions be sitting in the crowd not wrestling. Chelsea Green might be the most active champion wrestler outside of tag teams. Well, not even tag team. Even the War Raiders don't be wrestling like that. DIY and Chelsea Green have probably wrestled on weekly episodic shows more than any other champion in WWE, and that is disgusting. That's absolutely nasty. You're telling me the women's mid-card United States champion and the WWE tag team champions have wrestled on TV more than any other champion, like recently? Think about it. When the last time Cody Rhodes wrestled just on TV? When the last time Rhea wrestled just on TV? When the last time the War Raiders just wrestled on TV? Outside of what? They defended their belts against Dom and JD McDonough. When the last time Shinsuke Nakamura wrestled on TV? When did Braun Breaker wrestle at Saturday Night Main Event? When the last time he wrestled on TV? Lyra as well. Lyra is the most active as well. Lyra, the two women's mid-card champions, and DIY are the most active champion wrestlers as far as a week-to-week basis. Aura, Mystique, whatever. But why can't Cody Rhodes and Carmelo Hayes wrestle not at a house show and just wrestle on TV again? Why can't Rhea and, I don't know, maybe Dakota Kai want to soften Rhea up, or Rhea and Ivy Nile wrestle for whatever reason, or Rhea and Alba Fire. We bring back Alba Fire to wrestle. Like, what? Why can't stuff like that happen? It don't got to be for the belt. I'm just saying, why? Like I don't understand. Like, I know you're trying to keep that aura and Mystique, but where do you go from here with Rhea Ripley? Rhea Ripley's not a part-timer. She's a full-timer. She just don't wrestle all the time. We want to see our champion wrestle a little bit more. She could at least wrestle twice a month, but that's just my opinion. I like Rhea Ripley a lot. I don't want people to turn on Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is doing everything on her part to do what she needs to do to be the best. The writers are terrible with booking main roster women's stories. It's egregious. It's egregious. They had this little stint where I was like, yo, I think they finally figured it out. The tag team championship stuff with the 4-way women's tag team match at Saudi with the Metaphor and Damage Control and Bianca and Jade and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. And then they had the run where Mia Yim was facing Chelsea Green. She faced Piper Niven. And you know what I'm saying? They had it together. NXT, they got it figured out. They have a healthy balance over there. AEW with the women, they got it figured out. They got a healthy, but WWE's main roster women, bruh, it's like first of all, you're not even showcasing them enough. That's number one. Number two, like we don't need long-term crazy complex stories, but the stories you do got is so like minuscule and so whatever that it really don't matter. So man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for love, support as always. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Hopefully I wasn't rambling too much, but I just don't know where we go from here with Rhea Ripley, man. She is the number one in WWE for the women, and you have nothing for her that's gonna help elevate her profile, her accolades, or her story, except for just whoever win Elimination Chamber match is the one to go after her. That is nasty. But peace out, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Talk to y'all later, man. Enjoy. See you.